Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and this is the review of the predictions that I made for Game Week 2 in Bundesliga. We are going to see how many of my predictions were correct and how many of them I got wrong, and we're going to see how many points I can make by the end of this match day. The point system is quite simple. 3 points if my entire prediction is correct, and 2 points if the result is correct but the score is not correct. So let's get right into it. The first game was Union Berlin versus St. Pauli, and I went with a 2-0 win for Union Berlin because I thought it was going to be quite an easy win for them. I did not think that St. Pauli are gonna trouble them, and that's how the game panned out. Like UB completely dominated the entire game. They were in cruise control. They had majority of the possession. They created a lot of chances, and to be very honest with you, they would be a bit disappointed, and in a way quite a bit angry as well that they did not win with a bigger margin. They really did not put away the chances that they are created because the goal difference is gonna come in handy at the end of the season. It came like was very crucial last year as well in Bundesliga for almost all the positions. So I think they are gonna be quite angry with themselves that they did not put away the chances. They were at home as well, so yeah, that they would be a bit disappointed. That St. Pauli on the other hand, I mean, they were dreadful. I expected that. I thought they were gonna have a bit they are gonna get they're not gonna have a good game, but like they were really bad, and I think in a way it was expected, but I did not expect them to be this bad. It does not really surprise me. I have expected, I have predicted them to go straight back down. I have predicted them to finish 18th. So for them to produce results like this, like, it doesn't really surprise me. UB were really comfortable with them, and I think it was a very simple win them and easy win for them. 3 points for UB, crucial 3 points for them, and Pauli is still looking for that first point in Bundesliga this season. The second game was Werder Bremen versus Borussia Dortmund, and I went with a 2-1 Dortmund win. I said in the preview that I think it is going to be a very close game, and it was a close game. And even though it was a 0-0, it was a very entertaining 0-0. It was not like a boring 0-0 that you see in some of these games. But I think it was like a very entertaining game. As I said, both teams created a lot of chances, and I think both of them would be disappointed that they were not able to finish those chances, but I would say you need to credit both the goalkeepers. I think they were both on their top form. Both of them made crucial saves to keep their teams in the game, and I think Werder Bremen themselves, they would be like a bit more disappointed because Dortmund reduced to 10 men as well, and Bremen still were not able to get get ahead and take advantage of having a man extra. But in the end, I would say it was a fair result. It's 2 points a drop for Dortmund, and I think they are going to be a bit disappointed with that. But with the circumstances being down to 10 men, I think they would be happy that they did not lose that game. So as I said, a fair result for them. I don't get any points in this one. I got 2 points in the first because of the first game, because I predicted the correct result, but the score was not right. In this game I get nothing. So yeah, 0-0 for between them, and 0 points for me as well. The next game, it was Holstein versus Wolfsburg, and I went with a 3-1 Wolfsburg win because like I was very impressed by them against Bayern Munich. I thought they were a bit unlucky not to get anything from that game, and I thought they were gonna cruise in this game against Holstein, and that, to be honest, that's what happened. It was very easy for them. They go ahead and they score two early goals, and that basically kills Holstein. They were never really able to come back into the game, and Wolfsburg go ahead and they do their job like I expected them to. It was an away game for them, but I think most of us expected them to win, but the way that they won, like, it was a very convincing performance from them. They go ahead, created their chances, get two early goals, and then they sat back and let Holstein have more of the ball. But like Holstein, they were not really, they had a good amount of possession, but they never really created anything that would really trouble Wolfsburg, and that just shows, in a way, I thought that just shows the difference between the two teams. Like, Wolfsburg were really good and important 3 points for them before the international break. So yeah, great win for them, 3 points, and congratulations. The next game, it was Stuttgart versus Mainz, and I went with a 1-1 draw between both of these teams. Like, I was not really impressed by either of them on a match day one, and I thought both of them would want to come back on match day two and try to play better, but I did not expect a game like this. Like, I was completely wrong. It was such a good game of football. Stuttgart, like, they were brilliant when they started the game, 2-0 up inside 20 minutes, and you thought with the way that they played in the first 25-30 minutes, I thought it's going to be a very long day for Mainz. I thought we are gonna be having we are gonna have a big 5-6-0 win for Stuttgart, the way they played. But like, credit to Mainz, they come back in the second half after the interval. They come back and they get the 2 goals. They make it a level. It's 2-2. But Stuttgart, they go again, they get the lead again. But Mainz never they don't give up, and they get that final goal in the last minutes and make it a 3-3 and get that a point. They snatch the lead away, snatch 2 points away from Stuttgart, and like, it is a very important point, to be very honest with you, because the way the game started, I really did not think that Mainz were gonna get anything out of it. So like, a good point for them, especially the way they started. It was a good game overall, to be very honest with you, quite entertaining. Stuttgart, on the other hand, I think they will be very disappointed. This is the second time in a row. Like, last week also they got the lead, but they were not early on, but they were not able to keep the lead for a long time, and they lost the game 3-1. This time again, they that was just 1-0. This time they had 2-0, and a good amount of time was gone, but they were not able to keep a hold on it, and then they take the lead again, and then they just give it away. I think it is a bit of a problem. They need to work on it. It is still early days in the season, but if they really want to challenge for the title or try to finish in those top 4 places, they really need to get their act together, because if it keeps on happening, they are gonna have a trouble. In the end, I would say it was a fair result, and I get 2 points again. The score was not right, but the result was the same as I predicted. The next game was Frankfurt versus Hoffenheim. I went with a 2-1 win for Hoffenheim, so I got that one completely wrong. Hoffenheim were really great against Stuttgart last week, so I thought they are gonna get better this week, but it was completely different. And when I was making that prediction, I said that it is a bit of a risk, but I still went away with it. Like, this is the fun of making videos like this. You try to play, you try to gamble your way, and you just try it. Like, maybe it will work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's a fun game, and it's a fun way to make your videos. And it went completely backfired on me at this week. And Frankfurt were really good. Mosha and Ekiteke, like, they were sensational, both of them. They completely ruined Hoffenheim. I mean, excellent performance. And I think watching those two play, not only were Hoffenheim defenders stressed, the other defenders in the league are gonna have they have been put on notice the way both of those players played. I think it was a great day for both of them. The link-up play between Ekiteke and Mosha, and I think I'm forgetting another one person. It's not coming to my mind, but I think he was greater than the front three. They were excellent, superb. Like, it was really good. Kramaric got a goal back for Hoffenheim, but like they were never really in the game, to be very honest with you. It was one-way traffic throughout, and to be very honest, it's Hoffenheim are lucky that it's just 3. It could have even been 4, 5, 6, the way that Frankfurt were playing. Kramaric, as I said, he got a goal back, so it's 4 goals for him already in 2 games, but his team, they were not really good. So great victory for Frankfurt, and important crucial 3 points for them. The next game is Bochum versus Mönchengladbach, and I went for a 3-1 Gladbach win. Like I was really impressed with them on match day 1 against Leverkusen, and I thought Wolfsburg were quite unlucky against Bayern Munich. I think Gladbach were really unlucky. Like they lost on the in the last minute because of a penalty, and I think they really deserve to get a point out of it. And the way that they played on a match day 1, I was really impressed with them. Their new new signings in Kleindienst scoring as well, and they continued their good form, and the way that they played on match day 1, and they brought that same thing on match day 2. They were really good against Bochum. Like they did not give them even a single chance to get into the game. It was like a really clinical and a professional performance from them. Both their strikers scoring, and both of them assisting each other. Kleindienst now 2 goals in 2 games, and already an assist. As I said, both the strikers scoring and assisting each other. The partnership that they wanted is really working already, and I think the way that they have started the season, I think they are going to have a very good season. I have predicted them to finish in the top 10, sorry, but the way that they are starting, they might even try to get into the European places. It is a very good start for them. Bochum, on the other hand, it was a very bad performance, to be very honest with you. They were at home, but they were never really in the game. They were outplayed, outclassed completely by Gladbach, and I think the way that they played in that game, I think it is a very worrying sign for them. They need to get back and get up back quite quickly. It's good for them that we are in international break, and they can regroup and come back later after the international break, because that performance was really bad, to be very honest with you. The next game was the big one, Bayer Leverkusen versus RB Leipzig. I went with a 2-2 draw because I did not I sat on the fence, because I did not really think that either of the team were gonna give up in a way. I thought both of them were really good on match day 1, and I thought they were gonna be better on match day 2 as well. It was like the champions are playing against the number 4 side from last season, so I knew it was going to be a good game. Both of them like to attack and like to play attack-minded football, and I thought it was going to be a very close game. That's why I sat on the fence. But the game was like every bit of good that I expected, and it was not a 2-2 draw. It was a 3-2 win for RB Leipzig. We're going to talk about that later. The way the game started, Leverkusen go ahead and they take a 2-0 lead. They were really in control. They were in command. It never really looked like that Leipzig are gonna have some sort of a comeback. It was nothing. Like it was all Leverkusen in the first half, and then they go ahead and they concede a goal against the run of a play before the first half is about to be ended. Like just 4 or 5 minutes before the first about is about to end, and that changes the game completely. And when in the second half, Leipzig were like a completely different beast. They come out and they were so hungry, so eager. Like it was like you couldn't say that this is the same team that was playing in the first half. And Leverkusen were all over the place. They couldn't handle Leipzig, and the way that they played all the 50-50 tackles, Leipzig were winning. And as I said, they were quite hungry and eager to get the ball ahead. They were they were dictating the play, and they deservedly first leveled the game, and then they finally got the lead as well, and they defeated Bayer Leverkusen, creating history, becoming like their name will be now etched in history, being the team that ended Leverkusen's historic unbeaten run in Bundesliga. And I think they deserved to do that in that game. They were really good. Leverkusen would be very disappointed that they got ahead 2-0 and they conceded a silly goal, and then they lost their way in the second half. They were not really in the game. Leipzig were the team that played in the second half, and they, as I said, deservedly won the game. So yeah, with that game, the historic unbeaten run of Bayer Leverkusen is officially over. Great 3 points for Leipzig, and the way that they played it would give them a great confidence, and I think they are gonna have a great season. I already said that I think they are gonna finish fourth again this year, but the way that they have started, they might try to get, you know, in the top 3 or top 2, but it is looking really good for them. Leverkusen, it is their first loss after a long time, so it is going to be interesting how they react. It is good in a way that it has like it is a two-edged sword, that it has come just before the international break. Either it could turn out to be a great thing that they come back, they regroup during the international break, and they come back and they start playing and they start destroying team like they did last year, or it could have a negative effect that they have lost this and it's a big thing and all of them have gone away, and then they are gonna come back and you don't know how they are gonna respond. So it's going to be very important to see how Leverkusen react on a match day 3. The next game was Heidenheim versus Augsburg, and I went with a 1-all draw because of how both these teams played on a match day 1. I really did not think, like I was not impressed by either of them, and I thought that both of them are like in a way are quite close, like they are both all their scores are quite similar, and I thought it was going to be quite a close game. And as I said, I was not really impressed by both of them on match day 1, and I thought it was going to be quite similar on match day 2, but boy was I wrong. It was quite an interesting game. Like when the game started, Augsburg were the team that really started the game, that really attacked first. They hit the crossbar in the first 20 minutes, but as I said, they were not able to score their chances, and Heidenheim were able to score the chances. They get the lead, and then when they double the lead, that basically killed the game, and they go ahead and score a third goal and a fourth goal. And as I said, after the second goal, Augsburg were done and Heidenheim had control. They just sat back and they just started hitting Augsburg on the counter. Augsburg tried to get back into the game, but after those first early 20 minutes, they were never really into the game. They never really created anything that would really trouble Heidenheim after that first 20-25 minutes, and it's a convincing win for Heidenheim, 4-0 win at their home. It's a very good win, a great commanding win, a crucial 3 points for them. And for Augsburg, like it's a bad day at the office, and like in a way it is a good thing that it happened just before the international break, so they can come back and they can have a better, you know, they can have a now proper start after the international break. Forget about this game and try to get back into the next game. And the final game of our match day 2 was Bayern Munich versus Freiburg. I went with a 2-1 win for Bayern Munich. I've said this, like I was not really impressed by Bayern Munich or by Vincent Kompany on a match day 1. Like it was not the sort of performance that you expect from Bayern Munich, and I thought Freiburg were you know, like they had a good game on match day 1, and I thought it would be they would make it a bit harder for Bayern Munich, but it did not happen. Like Bayern Munich, they played like you expect Bayern Munich to play at the Allianz Arena. They were really good, quite a great performance by them, and that was the performance that you expect from Bayern Munich. They go ahead and they completely dominated the game. Freiburg were not really in the game. They did not give Freiburg any chance to create anything. They had the possession, they created their chances, and to be very honest, Freiburg are quite lucky that it was just a 2-0, because it could have quite easily been a lot more, and it could have been a very, you know, cricket like score there, because Freiburg were like Bayern on something else at that day, and for them, like icing on the cake, it is Muller scoring on his special day as well. So 2-0 win for Bayern Munich. They get the 3 important crucial points. I think I get 2 points as well. I really don't know the points, how many points I receive. You would know, it will be on the screen, and I will first put the points for this week, and I'm gonna put then the points for last week. We are gonna add them up as well, so we're gonna see how I have done until now in the 2 points in the 2 weeks. So yeah, that is it. This is my review of the predictions that I made. I think it was not that much of a good week. I think it was a mixed week. I had a great week in Bundesliga last week. I don't think I managed to live up to that, but I don't think I did like quite bad. I think I'm in the middle, to be very honest with you. You guys would know, I would know after that, after the video comes, when I'm doing the editing, I would know also. But yeah, that is it from me in this video. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 300 subscribers before the month of September ends, so please go ahead and subscribe and help us achieve our target. Until next time, bye bye.